No mai haere mai ki Pulman Arena here in Takanini, South Auckland, Aotearoa. Thank you for joining us for the third and final test of the Trans Tasman Cup between New Zealand mix and the Australian mix. Thoughts on this game and the Australian lineup? It's a bit of a change from what I've seen.
I tell you what, it was a really close second test, that's for sure. Went into overtime. Australia had their chance to win it with about, 6 seconds left or so. Missed the shot, unfortunately went into overtime. So now that they're lost the series, unfortunately 2-1 to New Zealand, they'll probably throw it around and try something else. See if they can just work out those last few kinks and get those couple of extra goals and the ascendancy on the Kiwis.
Yes, absolutely. As you say that, Quinton Gerber chucks up his first goal. 15 seconds to score that one.
Yeah, he's a tall target, isn't he? That is for sure.
Totally is.
Do we know how tall he is?
I can't remember.
11, something like that. Pushing 7 foot.
Yeah, he's not far off Junior Levy in height. But again, Australia equal to score that, and I do like the fact that I did mention yesterday as a mixed team that they had no men off the line, and I do like to see that the goal defence and goal attack are both male positions, which will help them off their centre pass.
Yeah, absolutely. That will hopefully help bring that ball down court.
Yeah.
So, Ben Hummer out there in goal defence for Australia. Good stretch by Griff Thomas.
Yeah.
Puts in their
Great
second
start
one.
by Australia.
Billy Mahoney starting in centre for Australia. Gets rid of that centre pass, but having to go backwards already, the Australians. Nice and patient, though.
Just really wanting them to fall turn, especially with Tukaki out. It means that there's a girl in Makaurau back on Griff Thomas. The height difference there, but either way, they work it down and get the goal.
Yeah, it's
so
just that patience.
yeah.
Oh, look at that. Long ball
Seeing
there.
that mismatch straight off the centre pass.
Yeah, I feel that ball's going to go long if that mismatch is still on.
Yes.
So. Here we go. There we go. Finally.
Lucky we don't have a steps machine in front of us. I think there might have been 1 from 4.
Mahoney and Hummer working that ball down.
Australia finding it way easier tonight than they did last night.
Thomas stepping that one in.
Yes, I was saying last night, he's watching him's a bit like watching Dancing with the Stars. His
little pirouettes.
Yeah.
Oh, the footwork there. We're talking about pirouettes. Doesn't get away with that one. Oh, having to put that ball back, but safe and sound. Oh, Billy Mahoney.
Barely off that, millimetres, I think. Yeah, I don't mind the change, but I do think Australia needs to address that mismatch at some point, switching them around. That could be a game killer if they allow Quinton that mismatch the whole game.
Yeah, it's just going to go in too easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, just drawing the defenders off the front, popping it up over to the back.
And just like that, New Zealand with 2 goals.
Yeah, Thomas out now, working through ladder. And Mahoney to his drive wide.
Yeah, great confidence.
Little drop
to
pass.
The 2 New Zealand defence there. Great jump by Edina Makaurau.
Nice shot by Gorman. Patu now out wide. A long look in, there it is again. Gerber pulls that one in pretty easy. Drops to his front space, that one. So he's done all the scoring for New Zealand. Jordan Bedingfield coming from behind for that centre pass receive.
Yeah, I spoke to her yesterday after the game. She was interviewed and spoke about the disappointment they might have felt. Billy Mahoney gifting that to Joe Tukaki there.
Yeah, Gorman trying to pick pockets there. Macquarie, but not to be.
Yeah, Fabian Ioane does a power of work for this New Zealand side, bringing the ball through.
Long ball from transverse line to baseline for Gerber. Going to be hard to stop.
Want to address this mismatch here. I quite like...
See that double team straight away now. There you go, that's effective.
Yep.
So, Ben Hummer dropping back, double teaming. And now working that gain out of the defensive end for Australia. Not much for Mahoney to go to.
No. And this was the problem last night. They were all wide and behind. Great use of the triangle there.
There's those pirouettes again.
Yep.
Not wanting to look to the post. And to be honest, New Zealand probably know that.
Yeah, they're quite onto it. They know that he's not going to, unlikely to turn and shoot, and allowing him to have all that space out there.
Bedingfield, Hammer working that ball down. Good space filling by New Zealand here to get that zone on.
Yeah.
G-Pack Patu has a go at that one. This one's going to swing, I guarantee it. Yep, out to Mahoney. Into Gorman.
The shot.
There you go.
Fantastic shot by Gorman. New Zealand just being a bit reactive on defence there, which is not what they've done this series.
It's going to reset that. Yeah. Good work by the umpires there to reset that.
Yes, unfortunately, as skilled as Patu is, using his feet to catch the ball is not something he's skilled at doing.
Yeah, there's some good defensive pressure in that mismatch.
There must be a movement by the goalkeeper, just confusing the space, and hands over up the front to pressure the ball carrier.
And New Zealand to get that ball, yeah. Gorman not happy with that call.
No.
But unfortunately, probably the right one. Umpire was right there to call it, so Patu holding that ball up.
Yeah, massive swing ball, yeah.
Too much on it.
Billy Mahoney doing a really good job of keeping Sevilio in the pocket there. This is where I'd like Australia just to cut through the middle.
Yeah.
Rather than playing on that sideline.
We saw the 23s use that centre channel really well. Both teams, actually, New Zealand and Australia. So if the Australian mixed team can get that, that will help immensely. I'll tell you what, having the positional switch with the males out running has messed up my stats because I have been statting Griff as a goal shooter and Gorman as a goal attack. So
it's definitely given them a better, great positioning there. Just unfortunately, everything right by the goalkeeper, just a 1.5 foot difference, helping Quinton Gerber there.
Yeah, great front spot by the Australian defenders. They're going to have to keep that front spot for as long as they can.
Absolutely.
And just force that ball to go somewhere else or force that ball to go out over the baseline if it's too much for Gerber. Mahoney having a go at it again. Ball up in the air.
Oh, great deflection by the goalkeeper.
Harmer can't get around.
Yes, Murray being a former international himself, he was always going to pull that, being a former shooter.
Bedingfield running right up close to Mahoney on that centre pass. Gorman coming out, letting Griff rotate in. Griff Thomas in goal attack, now out the circle. And the look in. Oh, that was pretty. Good shot too.
Just have the presence of mind to step across, let the defence move and then pop it over the backspace.
Griff Thomas trying to do some defensive work on centre pass. Get that big set of hands up in front, but obstructing, unfortunately. Oh, nice bit of work in there. Good drive into the circle. This shot, unfortunately, from New Zealand goal attack. Wide drive here.
Yeah.
Options is across court. Never on.
No.
Makaurau takes the intercept. Double teaming now on Gerber, making the Kiwis work that ball around circle edge.
Doing a great job of filling that pressure.
Long ball in. Oh, the hands not quite able to pull it in. Patu, top of circle, contacted and puts that one up. That'll be taken easy, and with the play standing out, probably put in pretty easy as well.
Yeah.
There we go. So 9-8, close game. 6 minutes left in the first.
Yeah, both teams could probably be up a couple of points if they use their defensive gains a bit better, I think.
Yeah, good reset there to Bedingfield. Nice and patient here by the Aussies. Looking wide to Mahoney. Could have almost got a pushing off call there.
Yeah,
Left arm fly out a little bit.
Let's just hope it's not pulled at the end of the game when it matters.
Yeah. And unfortunately, a footwork call there for the ladder. So New Zealand with a chance to work it out. Stuck on the sideline, going back a little more central corridor now through the two. And long ball in, beautiful. Not too far off circle edge, but easy pass for Gerber. Scores another one.
Yeah, here's where I would probably put the male back in goal keep and chuck one of the men in that wing defence or wing attack. Just so you've still got that punch, but not that mismatch down that end, just like that.
Yeah, nice rebounds there. Good contest from the Australians. It's very hard. You look at that size difference. It is very hard to get a rebound.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you can't
position.
have a trampoline out on court with you.
That's all right.
Just like that, New Zealand take a 3-goal lead. Australia, I'm sure we wanting to address the issue of lack of scoring. Great pop by Gorman. Great pop.
Yeah. Nice timing. Oh, great elevation.
Yeah.
Good 3 too. Sorry, Bedingfield comes through though.
Yeah. I think AJ will be kicking herself, throwing the ball across court there.
Yeah, good read by Jordan Bedingfield there in wing defence for Australia.
Yeah, she really impresses me with the rate of work she has, especially for a wing defence on attack.
Nice long ball to the base for Griff Thomas. And Vi just setting the penalty. And Thomas taking that shot.
Yeah, Australia lucky there to needed that goal.
Oh, loose ball pick up there by Ladder.
Great one.
Good work by the Aussies.
What I have missed this series is the Australian one-hand wind-up. What they're renowned with.
Oh.
In the Makaurau being really effective in this game, and unfortunately Ocean Maihi will not be available for them as defender doing her leg yesterday. We wish her well in her recovery.
Yeah, that was in the 4th quarter, I think.
Absolutely,
quite late in the game, wasn't it? Went down on the sideline, about where the ball is now.
Yep.
Not good. Just kind of landed on her own, and can see it's all compressed up over there on the far bench from us. So one player down, but New Zealand still looking pretty good at this stage.
Absolutely. With Eden, Edna's playing fantastic. Makaurau probably doing it that extra bit more for your teammate when they're injured. Great vision there by Mahoney. Yeah, saw the eyes down. Defence had drifted looking for intercepts, and just a quick ball straight into the goal circle.
And Ben Hummer getting up for that. Nice work by him. Coming back with the flight of the ball across the front of Gerber. So, a couple of feeds now not going quite right.
Yeah,
big New
yesterday
Zealander.
we saw Tanya Anderson go to a smaller shooting circle with the two shorter shooters, Amusa and AJ. And that really helped them actually get a lead with the two shorter players, just a rotation. So it'd be interesting to see if that's one of the tactics they go to at a quarter time.
Aussies working it nice to the post there. So Thomas scoring another one off a New Zealand centre pass. So they got this back to 1. It was out to 3. And a couple of minutes to play. So could again see it very, very close at quarter time. Gorman just pulls that in time.
Just as well it's not NRL. They might have been a request to send that upstairs for some video.
Indeed. Nice space in the back there for Gerber. This is another one.
Yeah, one of the things that they've worked on with Q over the years is his ability to last an hour under that type of pressure. Goalkeeper doing a really good job early testing him.
Oh, gets the tip in there. Bedingfield can't pull it in, so falls away of New Zealand.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm surprised with Fa'amu Ioane, who's the wing defence from New Zealand, had huge gains for them in the first 2 tests. And I'm surprised that they're not taking that into account and using better placement around her.
Mid-range shot here.
Just that little shuffle on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good shot.
And Georgia Heffernan makes good, and as some of you might know, Kate Heffernan, the Silver Fern wing defence, that is her twin sister, so you're not seeing double at home.
Deepak Patu working hard to get through Billy Mahoney's defence there, gets himself on circle edge with the penalty, and ball over into space again for Gerber. Doesn't miss Gorman out, makes room for Griff Thomas to run in, but probably not looking in fast enough to Thomas, to be honest. Could catch him on that drive.
Absolutely, especially since he's given it and on a fast drive. Oh, great rebound by the shortest person in the circle.
And that was the stepping call because no one listened to the umpire there.
Oh, I think Gorman was too busy listening to Tukaki there.
And kept in, but out of time.
Just like that, Whānau. First quarter, 15-12 to New Zealand. Australia wanting to tidy up, probably going into the second quarter. And turn Foley just so that they can see each other. We'll join you shortly for the second quarter in a couple of minutes. Nā mai haere mai ki Bruce Pulman Arena here in Takanini, South Auckland, Tamaki Makaurau. We saw the first quarter New Zealand take the lead, which Australia did seesaw there for a bit. What do you think Australia needs to do to get back into the Steve?
Well, I think they're going to need to address that mismatch down in the circle. So I'm just trying to look over there, see if there's any changes. Maybe if Ben Harmon's dropped back into the goal circle, defensive circle for Australia, but he hasn't by the looks of things. So Diopoulos is still on Gerber at the moment. So maybe at least if they can call him back a little bit earlier, get that double team going, force some errors outside the circle by not letting them have that release into Gerber nice and early that they had, at the start of that quarter. It's only 3 goals, so one turnover here can get them back into it pretty easy.
And our officials for this game, Maru Delamere from New Zealand, Stuart Singh from Australia, and Zach Middleton as the reserve.
So they need to stay clean there. If there wasn't a contact in the circle, that probably would have been an Australian ball.
Absolutely. Yeah, the Australia going to have to realise that Short Ting's looking really long off the ball, so they'll need to keep tidy.
Yeah, first shot on the board for New Zealand by Heffernan this quarter. Ladder comes through that centre pass defence from New Zealand and out wide to Griff Thomas, who puts it back to her and works the top of circle. Doesn't look to the post at all. See, as soon as he's got that distance, will not look to the post. He's in about the same spot and he looks to the post this time though.
And uses the post just as he's about to step.
So one Billy has changed with another Billy Mayer, in for Billy Mahoney in the Australian centre position.
Yes, and Mayer yesterday, his vertical was very impressive, and the reason why they were able to gain so much ball, Australia, and come right back into the game and take it into overtime. Bit of width here, right through the middle. This is where I would like to see them roll reverse, and Gorman play the goal attack role and Griff off of the hold, but they get it through regardless of what I think.
Yeah, manages just to pop that over to Gorman, gets himself on the board this quarter. Long ball in, that's just too easy.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they've left that way. They don't need two men off the line. Or I would put one of the girls into centre and Billy Mayer at wing defence perhaps. So
yeah, still got that drive.
Still got that drive through the court, rather than that real easy off the centre pass.
Both Australians in the same spot here. Getting real boxed up, the Australians. Gorman on the pop. Oh, dropped onto her foot though. Yeah. That's just a little bit of pass execution there. Big stretch by Heffernan to pull that ball in and look straight to Gerber. He's going to have to shoot that one again. Armo gets the hands, the tip out. Dianopoulos picks it up.
Yeah, got to finish those at this level. You can't be under the post missing.
Nice and patient now, the Australians.
Great, good long clearing pass. Great vision there.
Yeah, nice work.
Faked cross, saw the Edina went. Joe was on a 2-on-1.
Oh,
great,
yeah,
great
picks up the tips.
There.
Bettingfield working well through that central corridor. Having to go back now though, covered well by Deepak Patu there. A zippy little wing attack from Australia. And Billy Mayer finds himself feeding Thomas for the first time.
Tukaki didn't shift on that one. Yeah, I would have faked it and gone somewhere else.
Thomas gets a big hand in there running down, doing
and
what he can defensively.
Like to see the Australians do their role reversal and the goal shooter come out so that Thomas with his hold and strength can be in there a bit earlier, set up.
And that one's got too much on it from Deepak Patu. So a few mistakes coming in on the feeding in the last couple of plays for each end of the court.
Yeah, no set pieces from Australia on their through court. Kind of everyone just standing wide.
Yeah,
and that's not even New Zealand doing the pressure, keeping them wide.
No, it's not. It's actually just running wide at the moment. Yeah. Which they can go wide and then cut back in and really get that ball and drive it down the court a little easier. So again, umpire Stuart Ting looking right down for that contact in the circle when the ball's in the centre third. Really making sure they're nice and clean in that circle.
Yeah, absolutely. Be interesting to see if Clayton comes on, Aaron Clayton. I was really impressed with him in the first two tests and his ability to get up against Quinton and win the ball in the air.
Gorman just nudged there a little bit. Yeah. Good drop pass to Griff Thomas, who steps in.
Great
nice hands there.
Makaurau.
Yeah, Makaurau doing really well. Thomas puts another one in though. So 3 goals still after 5 minutes. So even so far. Nice work by Heffernan. Gets herself completely free. Could have given and gone and got even closer to the post then. Goal shooter's calling time.
Yes, for Amusa. Sorry, I don't have the surnames in front of me. But Amusa comes on. Fatai Nanai. Who is a great athlete.
Oh, through the legs. The Gorman there, so picked up by the New Zealanders.
Again, Please hear my plea. Roll reverse down here.
Oh, good touch by Ben Hummer out front. And Diopoulos with the pickup. So Australia working down court now through Beddingfield and Ladder. Really close to the sideline though.
Yeah.
He's going to start to square this back up. Thomas
This is where I'd like
centre.
to see Griff inside. Thomas inside. Great double play.
Yeah, nice work by Gorman. Oh, double jump. Goalkeeper standing out. And Gorman drops that short. Thomas can't get it. Gorman does on the turn. And puts it in.
I think there was a huff.
Cross-court ball to Patu standing out here undefended.
Yeah, I think they'll start looking for that, Australia. Great passion there. Body on the line type of netball.
Yeah. The Aussies trying to get that front spot. And Heffernan called for the offensive contact, holding out the goal defence and Ben Hummer there.
Yeah, I'd really like Australia to get off the sideline here. Center the ball up. Oh, as I say, that beautiful bullet pass through to Thomas here.
Yeah, they have transitioned a lot down, right in front of us on this sideline.
I think I think most of them haven't played in front of commentators before, and they just think they're making sure that they're included in commentary.
Oh, good get.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a replay.
Tip that catch, I'm sure.
Yeah, 1 touch, 2 minutes. Oh, and a second effort. Picks up that one. And contact call. So the Australians not making the most of that at all. Umpire counting out the steps there. 1, 2. Step forward. Thank you.
Not only are we getting umpire, we're getting match lessons at the same time.
Heffernan refeeding to Patu. Mayer going to be standing out of play.
Yeah, there's going to be a screen there. Great tip.
Yeah.
Great tip. Pass is too flat, needed to drop into space there.
Yeah, so this is where the Australians now have the height advantage in that defensive circle, given the Gerber's left the court. Julie Mayer.
Oh, really just like the ball on the sideline.
They really, and this pocket as well. So, bit of miscommunication there. Griff Thomas was just screening for Gorman to go, and that didn't happen.
Just like that, 1 point's the difference. New Zealand centre pass.
Heffernan, good release ball out wide to wing attack. This shot, good rebounds, flicks it back in. Heffernan again drives to it. She's doing a lot of work out on that circle edge. And follow, but out of court.
Australia doing a really good job of making her work 3 or 4 times there before she put up the shot. Here we see New Zealand with their first zone. But contact allows Australia easy passage.
Not reading that at all there. The crisscross from the Australians and goes straight down the middle to the Kiwi player.
There's Fabiu Ioane, who's Northern Mystics player, moving to the Central Pulse.
And good shot by Heffernan, makes up for the one she just missed earlier on.
Yeah, you just think in that passage of play, Australia didn't score, but they had 3 opportunities to. Will that cost them at the end of the game, you know? These moments where they should be putting their foot down and aren't able to. Great pass there, good placement by
Yeah, like I said, in both those first 2 tests, they've had their opportunities.
Yep.
Scores were very, very close. So really, probably don't want to waste them in this third and final test.
Well,
even though the series is done.
I did see the trophies, and they do have the amount of test matches that are won between the 2.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure you don't want to go leave the trophy with the 3-0.
No. If you can get the win, you've got to fight for
absolutely.
it. And the Aussies are here to do that. Just 1 goal in it so far.
Great take there. Yeah.
And that's more the hold we want to see Griff Thomas get in there and do if we can.
When they've got their role reversal going, it's super easy for them to find him under the goal ring.
Yeah, and you get the advantage of the bigger defender running out in the mid-court as well.
Yeah.
It's a truckload of work to do, but
Yes.
if you can do it and do it well, you can score and possibly get
Sometimes
gains
it's the
as well.
difference between a trophy and a win and not, eh? Also making a bit of impact coming on since he's come on. 2 goals to New Zealand.
Ladder, Maya unmarked at the top of the circle. Thomas having to come right forward, putting that ball off the feet again. We saw that a little bit earlier as well.
Yeah.
Just feeding a little bit too low. Can lift that ball up, put it in the chest, just put it off to the side where the defender isn't.
Patu having a conversation there about what the umpire's call was.
So another ball one in the circle for New Zealand. Good long look by Heffernan, and she drives and follows up and gets her own ball back. Going to be obstruction call, and both out now. So
just lacking the discipline needed to draw either a missed shot or an obstruction, held ball down there. New Zealand go to a 3-goal lead.
Long, wide look, Heffernan driving and pulls all the defenders off. So Aussies really need to communicate that and just make sure they have only one go and cover that baseline drive.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, free at the post.
Textbook goal attack, cut the front, draw someone.
Griff on the pop, swings it over, and backspace is cut off. Good work there by the Kiwis on that circle rotation.
Yeah, Ladder doing really good to pull that pass in.
Griff Thomas going to walk that in as far as he can. That's still mid-range for him. He doesn't want to shoot from there. Don't think he's still terribly much closer, but he's going to shoot this one.
Yes. Which is really surprising. The more passes you add, the more chances the defence
The
have.
more errors, the more chances you've
that
got.
they have
That an error
turn
creeps
the ball
in.
over, yeah.
We've seen it come off the feet a couple of times on the refeed. Maya, good touch by him. Goes out over the sideline before he can have a chance to pull
New
it in.
Zealand's just lacking a lot of on pair, just using some dodges and some not very good dodges, but some dodges where they actually need to get up on their feet and get moving.
Maya probably could have had a crack at that one. Aussies swing on it, but they do get it in the end. So good work by them.
Australia needs someone driving just to punch through. There you go.
Yeah, Ladder does really well to come and punch through, and so does Patu on that defence. Look at him go.
Millimetres in the difference in that one.
And good little refeed there. Griff Thomas and Ladder working well together.
Great work. Brings it back to different 2. Australia down 2 with 2 minutes to go. All about the 2s in the last second half.
Long look in, front space.
Oh, great
Pulman
give and go.
gives up a lot of height, but held front really, really well there. Kiwis having to go back off the centre pass. Good little give and go. Thomas ineffective to try and stop that drive.
From New Zealand there.
Good hand by Thomas. And who's going to pick this up? Yeah, it's going to be the Kiwis.
Yeah, just different sacking down there.
Thomas doing the centre pass receive. He's looking long. Oh, Billy Mayer on the pop. Little low
bounce
feed
there,
from well off circle edge. Bounce buttons there. Does well to refeed again. Again, not Griff Thomas's range. I don't know why. He can probably take that, but probably like him to give it to Gorman.
Definitely has the elevation to beat one person on that jump.
Ball out wide. Heffernan refeeding top of circle.
Yeah, 30 seconds. Seems to be a deliberate offside, I think it was.
So, don't gain any real ground. Long shot. Rebounded by the Australians. Through Ben Hummer, who drives out again. And hits Mayer, coming into the centre third. So, not many options on though. That was close to being held. Patu gets a hand to it. And then gets the take as well. Whoa!
Beautiful pass there.
Nice pass, nice elevation to grab that in.
We're going to hold time here for the Australian centre pass, but I believe we'll run out
We
of time.
will run out of time with 2.7
Yeah, 2
seconds on the clock.
Yep. There it is, Whānau. That's our half time. 27-25 to Australia. Nothing in this match. And if you are around the South Auckland area, don't forget that you can join us down here at the Pulman Arena in Takanini. Buy your tickets online, where you can watch the New Zealand mixed play out the second half, or the New Zealand men's take on the Australian men's this afternoon at 7 p.m. But we'll be back shortly after the short break. No mai haere mai to the Pulman Arena here in Takanini, South Auckland. Tamaki Makaurau joining us for the second half of the New Zealand mix versus Australian mix. Last test of 3. What do you think Australia need to do to get back into the Steve Ball, to take the lead and secure it, bring it home?
Well, they won that quarter by the 1 goal, so really, if they can chip away and just score a couple more of those turnovers, they'll be in good stead. New Zealand have put Gerber back on, though, in goal shooter, so they're going to have to clamp down on that long early ball. Seen lots of changes over there from the Australians as well, so they've got a new front end to work with this quarter as well, so they've got to make sure they don't want to waste any. You've got big Mikey Solomon on, so he's a nice target for them. If they can get the ball to him as easy as New Zealand can get the ball to Gerber, we should be going goal for goal here, I think.
Absolutely, I agree.
So that'll keep it nice and tight at the very least, and then who knows what happens in the fourth quarter of, the last 15 minutes that these players are potentially playing.
Yes, absolutely. And as we all know at home, the third quarter is normally the championship quarter, so one of these teams will really want to secure a lead into the fourth quarter to win the third test match here in Tamaki Makaurau.
I don't think either team will want it to see it go to overtime like it did yesterday. There were some
I
very
think
tired
I'm
bodies
quite
after
keen
that.
to walk away if it goes into overtime and leave us all in absolute silence at home. Thanks, Phil. Thank you.
All right, there's all those changes. So 6 changes for Australia.
Yep.
As I said, Clayton on, Nesbitt on, Baker on, Solomon, Mellors and Mahoney all on. So pretty much wholesale changes. 6 out of 7 positions have changed. It's just Bedingfield in wing defence that has stayed.
And I would not move her. She's had a fantastic series. Bedingfield in wing defence for Australia. Elisa Jean Savilio goes from wing attack to goal attack for New Zealand, which is her renowned position. Great shooter. Taylor Toma comes from the bench with Michael Clark. And Quinton Gerber joins us back in the 7 on court.
Mellors here, looking down to Baker. And Bedingfield, who has stayed on court, combining with Mahoney again from that first quarter. Not to be, though, on his feet. And the New Zealanders work it down pretty quickly. Very fast on that transition. Oh, Clayton nearly slips over a little bit there, so can't quite get back in time. Gerber puts that first one in. Good start for New Zealand, scoring a straight centre pass. That's not what they would have wanted.
Yeah, and again, I really struggle to understand Australia having a male centre. I would have one of the girls in centre and my male in at the wing positions.
Did you go wing attack or wing defence at this stage?
I would actually go wing defence and switch the goalkeeper and goal defence around to not have that gift ball go through over to Quinton.
Yeah, trying to get that extra defence, especially Mahoney. Both Bedingfield and Mahoney with the little errors there.
Yep.
Mahoney would have normally pulled that in, but couldn't get there. And a little mishandle. Could cost them another goal here early. It does.
Yeah. Alissa Jean Savilio, international Samoan player for the women's.
Yeah, so New Zealand, a very, very good side on paper. Lots of great players. It's good that Australia can keep up with them and have taken this test series right up to them. Mellors now, probably with her first shot for the game. Nails it.
Great shot. Great confidence to go from mid-range as well.
Yeah, you got
Great read
Mikey
there.
under there. Yeah,
Great
nice. Good work by
Yeah,
Bedingfield.
you could see that coming from a mile away.
Puts on so much defensive pressure.
Here's where I would like the Australian goal attack to start rolling that space. And unfortunately for Mike Solomon there, the big bright green shoes over the sideline is always going to be pulled by the umpire.
And another easy ball into Gerber. So 3 in a row there. Good start for the Kiwis. Sorry, 3-1 to the Kiwis. Bella's hitting that shot a little bit earlier as she has the ball now and flicks it up to Solomon. Good defence from behind there. Gets the ball before it's in Solomon's hands. Mellors, oh, very lucky not to get a replay there. Steps in, goes across the Baker on the far side. Having to do a lot of work around Mikey Solomon at the moment. It hasn't been terribly effective just yet. I'm sure he'll work himself into this game.
Or work himself out, because I did find the other day with him moving across Australia the ball, because I don't think the feeders were too used to it.
And a bit of push and shove under the post. Umpire letting it go. Clayton too close there. So New Zealand convert through Savelio again. Her second goal since coming on. At the halftime break, Mahoney to the pocket.
Much better passage of play there by Australia, much more direct.
And there's the offload. It's very close to a held ball.
Yes.
Some good defence there by New Zealand.
Flirting with the umpire's held ball there.
Clark looks over the top. Oh, long ball in. Front spot for the Aussies.
Yeah.
Clayton cleans it up. Nice work from Ellie Nesbitt there.
Yeah, and then just thrown away. Can't do that at Test netball internationally. Great deflection, unlucky.
Yeah, Gerber's arm's just too long there. Manages to pull it in and keep it in New Zealand's possession. Savelio with another one. 5-3 so far this quarter. And that's how quick it can be out to 4 goals and possession again for New Zealand.
Edna Makaurau doing a great job up high, disrupting where Australia wants to run.
Solomon putting in defensive effort, try and stop that reset. Billy Mahoney gets up. Shouldn't ever try and lob Billy Mahoney.
No.
Either of the Billies actually,
No.
they've both got great hops on them.
Just their explosiveness and the timing of their jump.
Nice work by Baker to turn back inside there. Get that ball circle edge. Offloads
Great
real quick
pass,
too.
yeah.
Wants to move that ball. Catch the defenders off guard. Solomon has got himself in now, a couple of goals. Yeah, very long there. So held ball called against Clark. And Clayton will take it from the centre circle.
And again, opting to run right into the third.
Mahoney from the 45. Offload from Mellors. There's that shooter-to-shooter stuff.
Yeah.
Short ball from Mahoney. Mellors
Just like
in front.
to see it go
Pops
a
it over.
little bit faster so that the defence don't have the chance to jump back and give Paul Mike Solomon a big slap there.
Yeah, that quicker release will just keep
Yeah.
that the Kiwi defenders' heads turning. Just come out. Nice touch there.
Yeah, Tukaki, you can see if the centre pass came up high looking to read that 45.
It's where the Australians can just throw a fake and then try and put that ball straight into that circle.
Yeah. And just like that, back to 1 goal difference.
Yeah, goals seem to have come in patches a bit. New Zealand will score a few, then Australia will score a few. So that lead sort of ebbs and flows, but just 1 goal at the moment. Clayton can't sweep the front, so
Oh, unlucky.
Nesbitt's going to be called out. And Clayton and Gerber are going to fight under the post for this space. Look at them go.
Yeah.
Even while the ball's a mile off court.
Yeah, mental warfare, I tell you.
It's not coming back anytime soon. And Savelio puts that in easy enough.
Yes. AJ normally goes the whole...
Oh, Clayton, good back up there by him. That was,
Savelio normally goes the whole club season shooting at 100%.
yeah. That's always nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have a shooter that can do that for
Oh,
you.
it's lovely. I'm lucky
Solomon's
if I
with
touch
the
the goal
rebound.
ring these days.
Baker just needed to stay off that ball and stay clean then. Might have been another held ball. Working front, Savelio from range. Bang! 5 without a miss for Savelio, so he come on and shot really well, matching Mikey Solomon at the other end, who's also shot 5 from 5. Long look by Bedingfield.
Great watching by Bedingfield.
She's off balance, didn't have many other options there.
And Tukaki just got caught coming up too high looking for the intercept on that one.
Dangerous ball backwards for New Zealand. Clark now with it near us, pops it up. Gerber with the best timing on that jump there.
Yeah, I'd like to see Australia change the defence around They've got one, but with Clayton at the back the other day, he gained at least 3 or 4 for them per quarter. So I'd like to see now that New Zealand know that that's their defensive combination, a switch down the back here.
Mellors working circle edge with Mahoney. Gets a tip on it. Solomon's going to get the rebounds. And bobbles that one around, but gets it in.
After yesterday's game, gave me deja vu.
Baker comes through, gets called, gets a tip as well though. Savelio, Clayton, man-on-man defence from the Aussies. Mahoney not getting in front of Clark. Savelio doing really nice work to be that release and then also to be that front sweep, as I say, that goes for the backspace, but has done well.
She's also the queen of running, knowing when to run screens, having played a lot of different codes. She's quite smart at her setups.
And that is her 6th goal, so scored more than Gerber this quarter, who's only on 3. Doing the main bulk of the work outside and the main bulk of the shooting thus far. The Australians might want to address that, see if they can force a few balls now into Gerber instead.
Yeah.
Or off balance. Throws that one in. Doesn't even touch the ring.
Great second phase here by New Zealand.
Yeah.
And again, far too easy.
Yeah, it's good when you're running on and you know where to put that ball to safety.
Deliberate contact called by Murray Jalamia and Clayton.
So yeah, he'll just want to clean up now a little bit now that he's got that.
Yeah, there's
that caution.
Giving them a little bit of a love tap.
Looking very long, Mahoney, from right in front of us to all the way down the post. And goal scored.
If you could get it there with that pinpoint accuracy, why not?
Baker running around trying to do some work defensively in that mid-court. Having a lot of good goes in the mid-court.
Yeah,
Baker, but not quite being effective just yet.
Just lacking that distance and staying in play.
Clayton can't get back to get a hand over that shot. Another one. Savelio doing all the damage this quarter for the Kiwis.
She's one of those shooters that it's easier to count the misses than it is all her goals she gets in.
Yeah. Has shot 7 straight so far this quarter.
Great athleticism there by Fa'amu Ioane to get up mid-air and change where she was defending.
Baker full stretch there. Puts it back to Mahoney.
Yeah.
And straight in.
Open there, yeah.
Flirting with almost hitting the ring with that ball. That space.
Yeah, I think it was indoor trying to shoot a 2-pointer. Here we go. Change from New Zealand. Tukaki to the bench and Michael Mundy in for Tukaki.
Yeah, so Solomon's shooting 10 straight. Maybe that's the reason for the change. See if they can mix it up. Get off the body, get someone different having a jump at it. It's only 1 goal in it at the moment, so nice tight quarter.
Oh, and there we go. First miss by Savelio.
And Clayton just getting pulled out there. Was defending the shot, but the contact was on him, so Gerber with his 5th. Australians working down now. Oh, there's that jump.
Yeah.
That offline, off the body. Nice run and jump. Solomon puts it in
the
though.
right position to be there. Just unfortunate that he didn't start a bit earlier.
Gerber there on the hold. That's the ones Australia did well to stop for a little while. Forced the change. Now Gerber's back on. They need to get clamping down on that long ball again. Oh, very close to held again by Baker. Mellors offload. Oh, gets up. New Zealanders always take each other out, but probably helped a little bit there by Mahoney running into the back.
All he needs to do is just corral them that direction and pull out, but he followed through with that one. Cross court. Oh.
Or Savelio with a long hold on that one, but flicks it up. Not her usual shooting style, kind of a layup there.
Yeah.
But gets it in, finds a way. That's all that matters. Gerber calling for that over the back. Knew he was on his own. Beautiful work.
Yeah, Australia definitely want to address that change in the last quarter.
Yeah, it was 1 goal now. Just in the blink of an eye, it's 3. So 1 bad pass and it just costs you so much. Oh. Mellors. Mellors wanting to shoot that and does.
2 minutes to go, 3 points is the difference.
Good use of the central corridor there. Billy Mahoney being expensive outside the circle, but pass taken. And Savelio, another one.
Doing it all on their own in this quarter, really.
Yeah, that is her 9th in this quarter. So it's been quite a high scoring quarter, actually. $16 goals so far to the New Zealanders in this quarter. Still 1:20.
Good shot there by Solomon. And it's really hard when they pivot a size 15 around.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been some good different defensive pressure since that change has come on. Just made Mikey Solomon think about things a little bit more. High ball up to Gerber. Oh, just balances on that heel there and puts it in.
Yeah, I'd like to see Clayton go back to goalkeeper because he had so much success in Test 1 and Test 2 against Quinton Gerber.
Yeah, Nesbitt's still a nice tall target to drive that ball through the centre court. Clayton could maybe go back there and do a little bit more defensively and not encourage that mismatch with the height guy on girl. Some frustration coming out there. Gerber puts another one in.
Yeah. As the score goes to 5 points.
So 5-goal lead now.
Yeah.
Clayton in front.
That's the difference when you have him back there. He's able to get up and challenge
it.
At
the very least, if nothing else. Only have to be effective a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice final shot there by the Kiwis.
And there we go, at the end of the third quarter, 46-42 New Zealand. We'll join you back in a moment to talk about our last quarter and the end of the mixed Trans Tasman Cup challenge. no mai haere mai ki Bruce Pulman Arena here in Takanini, South Auckland, Tamaki Makaurau. You're joining us here for the third and final test between the Australian mixed team and the New Zealand mixed team, which the series has already gone 2 games to nil to New Zealand so far. So I'm sure Australia will be wanting to come out and get into the 6-goal deficit quite early, Steve, and take the last test with a bit of pride.
Yeah, absolutely. We just saw a third quarter that was quite high scoring. Unfortunately for the Australians, it went 4 goals to the Kiwis' advantage, 19-15, and the Kiwis didn't miss a goal. So Savelio was 10 from 10 and Gerber was 9 from 9. So you're really going to want to disrupt that shooting circle as much as they can, try and get some ball back. Solomon sees that one go over, and it's going to be a Kiwi ball. So not a good start for the Aussies, unfortunately.
No, just impatient there, really lacking some structure to get the ball to the top of the circle, relying on that big pass.
Naya picks that one off from Macari down the sideline.
New Zealand throw the ball back to Australia.
Yeah, that's the risk with going down the sideline all the time.
Yeah, and if I had a little whiteboard as a coach, I'd be saying, move away from the sideline.
Do not run here. Yeah, I
always
have a
cut
rule.
Back by the wing attack.
One ball down the sideline, and the next one's got to go centre channel. And then you can come back to the sideline, that's all right. But at least it creates an angle on that ball. Mellors, her first shot of the quarter, drops it completely short. Yeah. Unfortunately, so miss for her.
Yeah, placement was off then.
Mikey, this is long range for him. He's going to take it. Drops it in.
Great shot. Yeah, uncharacteristic from Whāmu Ioane. She's normally really solid with the ball, but obviously 3 days of test match mixed netball is
exhausting.
Yeah, taking its toll on her.
There's 3 games in 4 days as
Absolutely,
well, so
yeah.
It's quite rapid fire. That is
especially when with most of the girls and men, this is their off-season part of the year. So to be able to stay in
normally
that
getting some rest,
that high performance or high conditioning zone year round is practically impossible as an athlete.
So Australian possession on the sideline. Dodge from Mayer didn't free himself up much space and tried to do a cheeky look away pass there, but goalkeeper for New Zealand straight onto that.
Yeah, unfortunately just lacking a bit of oomph, bit of push there. And again, Australia being kept really wide here by the New Zealand defence. So you'd really like them to...
Yeah, nice little rounder.
Yeah, just a scoop
pass.
pass. It was always going.
So 3 straight for the Australians off the bat here. Kiwis yet to score this quarter.
Oh, that might have been a
little bit of a carry there. Umpire didn't see it, so play on. Savelio, this is range for her. She shot very well. Oh, the Aussies work it out. Great work. So they really need to make sure they score this. Again, sideline, sideline, sideline.
Yeah.
Far sideline this time, not in front of us for a change.
Yeah, great fake there.
Yeah, caught the keeper on the body. And Mellors.
Australia making a really good go of the start here.
Absolutely. Maybe we will see that overtime.
No, no.
Baker does well to get out.
Great job,
Mayer. Nice. Mellors. And she's going to offload.
Yeah.
Nice and smart. Oh, Mikey.
Just wanting to get a bit closer, I'm sure. With the goal ring to move himself a bit.
Have to start him for a miss. That is his first miss since coming on at half-time. Still gets the goal anyway. Nice from Savelio. Good drive, cutting across that circle.
Great jump there.
Missed shot. Probably her first as well.
Yeah.
So a few missed shots now. Late in this fourth. Starting to get a little bit rattled. Oh. Off Bedingfield's feet.
We both make the
same noise as we see that.
Yeah.
Palmer just with the stretch over Savelio. Baker now.
That's better by Australia. Open angles. Yeah.
That's the kind of Aussie movement you're used to seeing down court, isn't it? Finally getting that flow.
At times I think that the umpires are wearing green and gold, how close they are to the sideline.
And Mikey with another miss, but another rebound as well. So racking up the stats.
Yeah, you can miss as much as you want as long as you get your own rebounds.
And he's the biggest guy in the circle, so he's the most likely to get it. Oh, nice elevation. Good tip to advantage for his own player on the circle
Great
edge.
tip there by
Mayer
Billy Mayer.
over Savelio, though. Gets it back for the Aussies.
Oh, Michael
And they're
Clark.
giving it up again.
This is a bit like ping pong whānau. The back and forth.
Yeah, 46 apiece. So New Zealand haven't actually scored this quarter. They've missed one shot. So only the one shot to them, where Australians have scored 6 and missed 3. So it's 9 shots to 1 at the 10-minute mark of the fourth quarter, and missed another one. And Gerber can't pull that in either.
And Savilio, that's her second, third miss in a row.
Aussies now working down through Nesbitt and Harmer. Here, the fly from the New
Great
Zealand
vision
zone.
by Maya there.
Baker, such a little whippet.
Unlucky by Makaurau.
Gets called for the contact on Mellors. Both are going to be out now, so
Yes.
Mikey's going to block out and Mellors will have that shot. And she misses. Mikey gets a rebound. So many misses creeping in
Oh, it's
this
and
quarter.
that's how we ended up in overtime yesterday, and I do not want to go into overtime. Great drive by Fa'amu Ioane there.
So Australia have taken the lead after trailing 46-40. They've scored 7 straight and taken the lead. Offside call there on Bedingfield. This is possibly the first time the Australians have led all game,
Yeah.
apart from maybe the first couple of
can-
centre passes.
You can just see
So-
that New Zealand are really rattled here. And Bedingfield will want to stay as clean as possible there.
There's that ball into Gerber though.
Yeah.
That's easy enough. So they get their settler, 47 apiece, Australian centre pass. This is just an indicator for how tight all of these tests have been through this mixed series.
Yeah.
And in fact through 20s and 23s as well. They've just been so incredibly tight, these games here at Bruce Pulman Arena.
Yeah, so we were just talking a moment ago that we're wanting the next game to also be really tight.
Yeah, absolutely. It would be great to see that men's game go right down the wire. It makes it very, very exciting when it does. Love to see a contest. And I'd love to see New Zealand keep that rivalry alive as well. Currently 1-0 to the Australian Open men's. Feet getting tangled up, Mellors taking out the top of the
malice in it.
circle
I
there.
think that's one of the greatest things about the series is that there's been absolutely no malice in any of the games.
Oh, that elevation again. And Mikey's missed another shot. Whoa, Makari with the tip on it though. It's the call from the umpire.
And it was
down there.
just that it was the same end yesterday. We had the same shots went missing before we went into overtime.
It was just 7 minutes and 30 seconds later.
Yes.
With only a few seconds on the clock. That very crucial moment. Mayo, Bedingfield, Harmer combining. Try and get this ball out through the mid-court.
Yeah,
Nice
great
patient.
drive.
Baker going for a fly there. Again, tangling up feet. Mellors and Mayer comes front eventually, but resetting to Harmer instead.
Again,
He's
Australia
looking for
all
someone.
behind,
Baker comes through.
Stuck in behind. Really want them to be a ball side front option. Oh, unlucky hand touched the ground.
Gonna be the call. Umpire just having words here. Making sure everyone returns the ball. Oh! And that ball coming right in the commentary box. That low misfeed there.
And just as well, we're not on video because my face on that pass was. Yeah, you
Lots
can
of bodies.
kind of sense that this game's got a different feel.
Yeah, lots of bodies starting to fly around now.
You can
aren't
see
there?
the umpire may have to start bringing the arm up to make the letter C to issue a couple of cautions shortly.
Long ball.
Yeah.
Oh, hits the post though. Gerber can't reel that in. Can't quite get
I
above.
do believe that is called a brain fart.
Yep, and he's called time, so Gerber heading to the bench. So same change we
Yeah.
saw in that second. Oh no,
No, they're
an
going to do
additional
what
change.
they did yesterday in the third
So
quarter
Savelio's gone in.
and put Elisa Jean Savilio into goal shoot. I'm also into goal attack. Big cord down one with 6 minutes to go. Great drive by Bedingfield. Great ball security by her.
Yeah, really looking after it. Maya there,
Yeah.
2-on-1, but was the only option really.
Yeah,
for
Baker's
Bedingfield to
sitting
go
way
to.
too wide for me. Love to see her come be involved in the game a bit more. Great
Solomon at
take
top,
there.
yeah.
And
Good
he's
ball
going
in.
to turn that size 15 green shoe towards the goal ring and put the goal through.
So Australia doing well here, up by 2. Their centre pass, 5 and a bit on the clock. Aussies, just that ball security through the mid-court's really good now. They've really come alive this quarter. Maya can't get that one over the top though.
Stalked before he knew what he was doing there. Put himself in on 1 foot.
Oh, Maya nearly. He saw
Great tip there. Oh, I disagree with that completely.
The
And I'm from New
obstruction.
Zealand.
That is unlucky. Yeah, I think there was good adequate distance there, but
Yeah.
that's all right.
More than enough. But
Maya's still
5
working hard to
minutes,
get it back. And backspace. Savelio very smart there, just to hold
great
that screen.
She knew it's the ball bench, she's not going to be able to set it up.
Nice drive there.
Yeah, easiest
Short ball.
centre pass of the game.
Bang.
Great vision there. Everyone on the centre channel for Australia.
Yeah. Everyone getting up and about now. Maya to the pocket. Turns and gets there. Mellors. Not the angle for that ball.
Stupid
Very hard
pass.
feed.
When I say it, far too cute in a pinnacle moment, 50 all.
I think she was just trying to turn around and screen for that ball to go into
Yeah.
Mikey then. But he didn't have the hold either, so
No.
it couldn't be fed. Just letting this roll to circle edge. And short works well for New Zealand. Palmer gets up. Maya gets a hand on circle edge. She's going to have to work it down
New
again.
Zealand uniform to back that up.
Nice quick flick to top of circle. It's going to be outside, so Australia digging up as tight as they can. Savelio, good hold near the post there.
Placement on point. And Australia opting to make a change here too. I don't necessarily think I would go with the change. I thought the passes went missing in that last couple of moments to Michael Solomon.
Yeah, so Griff Thomas, who was on in the first half in shooter, has now come back on into shooter. This time with Mellors. He was with Gorman before, in a different role, in that goal attack role. Pick up by Bedingfield. Palmer has to go out wide and stretch for that. Kicks it around. Drives through. Contest. Oh. Amazing contest. New Zealand throwing everything at this. 51-50. Naya out wide. Baker driving downside. Comes back this way though. Centre again. The pirouettes. And the New Zealanders just getting the best of the elevation there on circle edge.
Yeah, I would not have, coaching head on, I would not have taken Michael Solomon off you. They needed that mid-range, close-range shot.
No options forward. Palmer over the top. Nesbitt can't chase it down. Kiwis still in possession and misread. Oh, Nesbitt and Palmer keeps it in.
Great save.
Great footwork. And great work from Nesbitt as well, to be honest.
Yeah.
To get that first touch. Bedingfield doing what she does, driving that ball down out of D.
She's been so good for them on their transitional play through court. And this is where we want the shooter in.
Oh, the offside call.
Great.
That was
Great
great
attempt, yeah,
hands.
just the toe, just a bright shoe offside, I guess the umpire pulled.
You love to see those kind of gets, though.
Oh,
That circle
yeah.
edge
Exceptional.
get is just fantastic. When you're not expecting it,
Yeah.
pocket gets picked. Just the offside. Aussie's going to have to get up and work this down. 51 apiece. Minute 35.
And this is where
I'm
they're
calling
oh,
overtime.
No,
I'm calling
don't
overtime.
You dare.
I'm probably calling overtime by
Oh
myself.
my lord!
Because you'll probably walk away. Thomas!
But this is what, I mean, overside or not, this is what international tests are like between these two countries.
Absolutely.
That's why we have such a great history against each other.
As tight as it can be here. 1 goal, 51-52. Good take there. Nice stretch, puts it in. All tied up once again. 1 minute on the clock. May as well be 0-all here. Baker can't chase it down. Over to the New Zealanders, see what they can do. 47 seconds on the clock. Thomas trying to defend and keep it in. Makari working well. They're going from channel to channel to channel. Lots of give and goes. The Aussies going to want to get this soon. And unfortunately, Nesbitt there contacts. Oh, and it's turned. So, one play, I reckon, here.
Yeah,
1 goal to
20
score. Just got to look after it. 20 seconds, get it down and
needs to be
score.
super smart here.
Mellors comes through. Mayer, late take.
Great
Mellors.
drive by Mellors.
Oh, no.
She just watches.
5. Going to take too much time. We're going to overtime. We are going to
Yeah,
overtime.
it's overtime.
Oh, it's going to be inside.
And if you want anyone to take a shot inside the circle, it's AJ Civilio.
Oh,
The whole stadium is
he's
the
on
edge
there.
of the seat.
52 apiece. Civilio's got another shot. Harmer still in play. Nesbitt out. What's he going to do? What's he going to do? Oh, gets the swat! We're going to overtime! Everything you didn't want. Harmer with the swat. 52 apiece. Wow.
Well, there you have it, Whānau. We're about to go into 2 7-minute halves of overtime, and then it will be the golden points, 2-goal advantage will end the game. And now I'm calling that it will not go into that. But what fantastic netball we've had this afternoon, Steve, especially in this mixed game.
Oh, absolutely. Second overtime game out of 3. How intense is that? What a competition.
Oh, fantastic. We'll join you back in a moment with the first of overtime. Maharumai ki Pulman Arena here in Takanini, South Auckland for the first of overtime between New Zealand and Australia. We were just saying a moment ago, Steve, that this game is like everything you want in a game of netball.
Absolutely it is. The comeback there was 6 goals, so it was 12-6 in that quarter to Australia to get that deficit all the way back from three-quarter time to even and force this third test into overtime, which is now the second out of the 3 tests that have gone into overtime. So can't get any closer in this competition at all. Gerber, big rebounds there on the missed shot from Savelio. So Gerber back on, Thomas on for Australia.
Yes,
the rest looking pretty similar.
Yeah. I can't spot any other changes. We haven't got our change sheet yet, but you can't see any other changes other than those ones.
No ball. Pressure there from New Zealand. They'll want to convert this to have a really good overtime start.
Just with Maya's effectiveness in that last bit, but surprised that they brought Mahoney on, just because Maya was the turnovers that they needed.
Yeah, he got lots of good defensive tips and touches, running back with flight of the ball. Maybe it's just a fresh leg thing. Now it's going into overtime.
Let's just hope it's not a fresh leg thing that cost them the game.
Yeah, correct. On the ball. So to even it up here.
Yeah, it's always important for those of us that are sitting on the sideline making commentary that we don't know the players, so it's good to see that they've got the confidence in making these changes.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to make changes when changes are needed. Otherwise, games can really blow out. So offensive contact there, that's a little bit of a coach killer in overtime. You want to just hold his space. He's got the height, so he can definitely just hold space. That's a long ball too.
Just lacks the patience, I think, for Quinton. He thinks if he's not got the ball, he's not being utilised. But that's not always the case. He can be doing a great job drawing off.
Yeah, that's the thing with team sports. You know, if you're doing the work and drawing players off, then ball's going to someone else and it's getting well looked after, then that's fine. So off the post there from Griff Thomas.
Yeah, I'm sure Australia would have gone back and looked at that overtime last night and learned loads from their mistakes and corrected them, let's see. But New Zealand just had a few crucial errors there in the starting moments.
Yeah, New Zealand blew it out of the water in that overtime. Then they got up by 5 or 6.
Yeah, the first part was quite even. That I think it was one goal
second
difference.
Part, yeah.
But that second part was definitely...
or elevation there to get over the top from the New Zealand goalkeeper there. And
Michael
driving
Mundy,
it down.
Great job there to get up. From behind is so hard to do.
Gerber in front, that time on Nesbitt. She's done really well the last couple of plays to get possession off New Zealand, but not this time. Oh,
really good work there at the back, changing where Quinton's hand could have been. Gut ball.
Oh.
Yeah, Australia tipping it out, doing a really good job of making Q chuck that ball up to himself, but just tipping it out.
And the Biffo comes out again in that goal circle, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Gerber with some backspace. Goes short to Savelio. Mahoney contacting on circle edge. So 2-all so far in this first period of overtime. 3 minutes left to play in it, and then they'll switch ends and play one more.
Oh, I'd love to see that be taken, but there's no way the umpire can allow a contact like that around the shoulders and not have pulled it back.
Good jump there by Harmer. He falls short though. And Savelio puts another one in.
Yeah, New Zealand up 2 in this 3 minutes to go.
Oh, another long hold on that ball. Wow. Good work by Baker to pull that in. Lucky not to step.
Being real stressed for some reason, Australia, with no need. Always got to reset in the square pass. Oh, I'd like to have seen them be the other side of that. Yeah, no.
Well, off balance.
Yeah,
and drops it back.
Absolute waste of a setup there.
That's the setup you really want to take the advantage of. You've got
Yeah.
two players, one with a huge height advantage.
Why
And
you would
don't
come roll
score.
in front of your own player, I have no idea.
Oh,
That puts New Zealand up 2.
Savelio turning it on now with the shooting.
Yes, then Gorman comes back
Comes
on
back
court.
on.
She
Yep.
was an
Mellis.
actual
Injury
firecracker
time.
yesterday when she came back on just before overtime.
Long look. Nesbitt can't do anything about that ball. Bedingfield has a crack on circle edge. Too much body in that.
Yeah,
I feel like the Aussies are going to throw everything at it now, though.
yeah.
They've earned this
You just
chance
wanna,
again
you
in
just want to
overtime.
keep it really clean. I mean, they probably should have issued a caution. Because the last thing you want to see is the skill of the game. And we've had a great game of being lost by contacts like that.
Yeah, I know he's starting to get real tight in overtime, that's for sure. Going to
Yeah.
have to keep
I
it
do
clean,
think
though.
when we say that, we might want to mention that the umpires are also in overtime.
Absolutely, they are. Nice little offload there. Gorman nice and smart with that into
Yeah.
Griff Thomas.
1 minute to go in this first part of overtime.
Yeah, New Zealand find themselves 2 goals up. They'll be happy with that going into the change.
Yeah, Australia would be a bit disappointed having had loads of opportunities here.
Oh, Harmar
Great
comes through,
play.
nice tip. That's the thing with overtime and the change in the middle. Sometimes that stop of the clock can cost you, and
Yep,
it might be your centre
absolutely.
pass.
Yep.
If you don't score it, it's then another possession to the opposition. So it can be really crucial what they do here with this last 50 seconds of play. Gerber now puts that one in.
Yeah, 3-goal lead with 45 seconds to go. Australia set to pass. I have no doubts that Australia will make some.
Oh, long look there, Thomas.
Oh,
lucky. Very lucky to pick that up.
Anyone at home watching? 2 hands on the ball.
Oh, the footwork from Savelio. That was incredible to get across the line and still flick it on down court. Amazing work. Hits the
And
shot
the goal
too.
finish. 10 seconds here.
And that's what I mean, they rush it.
Yeah.
So 7-4, and it'll be a New Zealand centre when we come back. If they don't score this, they won't. Nice intercept there from Nesbitt, but Australia lose the possession, unfortunately.
Yes, we see a 3-goal deficit for Australia, with New Zealand taking a 3-goal lead there. I personally just think Australia rushing the ball far too much through the court and not being grounded and having a look at all the options. What are your thoughts, Steve?
Yeah, just a few little miscommunications and stuff because of that rush, I think. So they haven't hit, circle edge ball when they try to reset and get it going again. And yeah, like I said, losing that possession as well, unfortunately, because of that rush on that centre pass. If they had scored it, it would have been 2 goals. Now it's 3 goals and a Kiwi centre pass. So really going to be up against it in this 7 minutes here. But they pulled it back, obviously, quite well in the second half of that last quarter to get it to overtime. So anything can happen.
Yes, so stick with us here as we're about to get into the second part of overtime. New Zealand mix versus Australia mix. Second overtime game of the series out of 3.
So we see changes. Billy Mayer has come into centre for Billy Mahoney for Australia. Again, it might be just a fresh legs policy. Try and get that run happening as best they can.
Yeah, I'm quite keen to ask the coaches on a couple great one-hand flick-off by AJ Savilio there. Be quite keen to ask the coaches if that is the reason, because they have had quarters where they've had the momentum and the run, and then they've changed completely the lineup coming back on.
Yeah, just trying to go too long there, Australia. So
Yeah, Michael Mundy getting that turnover there, and the mismatch again.
yeah, giving New Zealand the chance to score and go 2 up in this part of extra time. So now it's a 5-goal deficit. So there's a lot to catch up in 6 minutes. So I think 5 was the score difference in the last couple of games as well, or very close to that.
Yep.
Looking like New Zealand might have that sort of
AJ
ascendancy again.
Yeah, AJ just running screens off Quinton, knowing that they're marking Quinton, taking them one way, and then offering screens in the backspace, doing a great job there, Sevilio.
Billy Mayer getting up high with the elevation, working with Baker. And taking it nice and fast into Thomas, who doesn't want to shoot once again.
Oh, you cannot afford to go in and out with 5 minutes, 37 seconds to go.
Correct, not
Every
when you're
second counts.
5 goals down. So Thomas gets that one in for Australia.
I also just think, I really do believe, had they put the goalkeeper Mail back, the Mail and goalkeeper in that last second half perhaps, that we wouldn't find ourselves where we are in overtime. Australia could have taken the lead, I think.
Quite possibly they could have. Ben Harmer in front of Gerber trying to cut off this ball. Billy Mayer can't quite get up to that one. Does his best. He's got great elevation. Savelio going to shoot that. Nice. What a shot.
6-goal lead to New Zealand with that goal. And
so a chase down.
Yeah, Michael Clark just sitting there waiting, knew that something was going to come. Just drifted into that.
Yeah, Gorman hands on the ball there. Need to stay clean and try and get some good clean possession. Like have a run at that long ball there to the pocket. But no one coming at it for Australia. So easy ball into Gerber, who scores 5-1 so far.
Quite surprised about that, because when you've got that height difference or that mismatch, you normally do have a player that goes out looking for the ball early rather than that saving grace last pass.
Yeah, New Zealand really pushing hard here in this overtime. Second block of overtime. Oh, quick offload to get it straight back. I barely even saw that.
Yeah,
it was so fast.
That was great flick on.
Nesbitt, hands, but over baseline.
See what Australia can do here.
3 minutes 50, they haven't got long to do it, whatever they're going to do. Clark on circle leg, Harmer picks it up.
Great hands to it.
Billy Mayer too fast though.
Fa'amu Ioane, fingertips on the ball there, lucky to pull it in.
Gerber.
And we're out 2, and that goal lead.
Yeah, this is a huge lead now, 3 minutes 30. New Zealand want to keep pushing though. Don't want to let Australia have any sniff of this. Gorman can't get the angle to that ball. She needed to probably come up even higher than she was, but New Zealand with yet another gain. Oh, quick release. Gerber can't pull it in. Savelio does.
Yeah.
And they're just draining shots now. 7 goals in this second period.
We're out to the biggest lead of the game, not only overtime.
That ball's out of court. Umpire's going to pull this back.
Yeah.
So it will be an Australia ball. Bedingfield to take it just in front of us here. She's going to give go with Harmer. No. Going to work to Baker. Mayer. Baker again. Mayer. Gorman. Double jump. No. But rebounds.
Michael
all the way.
Rebounds.
Of New Zealand.
Thomas got the ball. Long pass to Gerber. Probably the furthest he's been out of the court the whole time.
Offside on Macquarie there. Bedingfield wanting to get on with this game, get it down as quick as she can. Thomas with the bad hands. Mayer picks it up. Gorman waits for the jump. Nails that one.
Yeah, good shot. Just a little too late there for Australia. 2 minutes to go. They still want to finish with pride and finish well. I think the overall product is what they'll be playing for now in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to want to hit as many shots. Griff would normally probably refeed that. Now understands the rush and is trying to put that through as quick as he can. Minute 45, 7 goals. Almost impossible, you'd say now, given the amount of time on the clock for the Australians.
Especially with how New Zealand are playing this last couple of moments. Down to 90 seconds, 7 goals. Be the biggest ask for even the best team in the world.
Good stretch there by Gerber.
Yeah.
Even a bit high for
Unlucky,
him there.
I
Had
don't
to
think
tip it down to himself.
Nesbitt thought that was going to be a pass there.
Just giving him another shot now with all the contacts there. Both players standing out.
70 seconds, score, 8 points difference.
It's interesting, we saw in the first of overtime, Savelio did all the damage, and this time Gerber's done most of the damage. So they've played that really well, I think, just using the different shooter in each half of this. to keep the Australians on their toes. Circle edge ball for Billy Mayer. He's got a 2-on-1.
I'm not a fan of the Australian set up on that 2-on-1.
Great
Great 10 there, but unfortunately Makaurau had been called. And the goal will count. 7 points, 30 seconds. Michael Clark with the ball. Mayer with the jump. Sevilio's been so steady for New Zealand. I actually think that's probably the difference in the game is having AJ at goal attack for New Zealand.
Yeah, so finishing off here, last 20 seconds. I think these two teams have got the best value for their netball, having 2 lots of overtime.
Yeah.
Gain here for Australia, but 10 seconds on the clock, 8 goals. Oh no, sorry, gain here for New Zealand. They might be able to make it 9 if they can get it in. 4 seconds. Going to let it play, the umpires. Stuart Ting, nice work playing advantage there. So 68-60 at the end of overtime for 2 out of 3 tests in this mixed division.
Yes. Thank you for joining us, Whānau. We're going to have a quick break because we will have the men's on New Zealand, Australia very, very shortly. Well done to New Zealand securing the test in double overtime, just the regular overtime, 68-60. Thanks, Steve, for your commentary.
No worries, absolute pleasure.
Nō reira, ka kite anō.
I'm here with Matt, coach of the Australian mixed team. Matt, 2 matches in a row to overtime. Unfortunately, two losses for you. How does it feel?
I'm not quite sure at this point. Look, the standard of the game was amazing, and obviously the crowd gets involved when it's overtime. So, look, I can't be any prouder of the way the guys played and the nature of the game. So, it's what it is from a results perspective.
Absolutely. Very, very little between the two teams. What do you put it down to in the end?
Oh, look, I just think there's just 2 separate styles, and under a certain amount of pressure, I think just the Kiwi back-end defensive style under that pressure just comes out on top a little bit towards those tight games. Yeah,
well, you've certainly, you and the team have turned it on from a neutral perspective. Thoroughly entertaining matches. Any final words for the fans and supporters back home?
Oh, yeah, I can't wait for this series to be every year or every second year now. Now that we're out of lockdowns, it's been 4 years. I'd love to see this happen every year if possible. This would be amazing.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, thank you, Matt.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers. Thank you. Well, joining me now is Tanya Anderson, victorious coach of the New Zealand mixed team. How does it feel?
Oh, I'm proud. I'm really proud. We wanted to take 3 games, and that's exactly what we set out to do, and we did that. So really proud of that crew behind us. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, fair enough. And as are we. Everyone watching, immensely proud. Look, in terms of the last two matches, both at overtime, that must be hard on the heart. But what do you put it down to? In both overtimes, went actually seemed to dominate and really step up a gear. What do you put that down to?
Well, first of all, I think they just wanted to give the fans their money's worth. No, actually, yeah. I think I don't know. I think we we stuck to our process and we always let them in, we always let them back in, and then we go into overtime and then something just clicks and then away we go and we just put our foot down. But, I'm really proud of the grind. I'm really proud that we just stuck at it, and a close-knit team, that helps too.
Yeah, and I think that's really evident. It seems like that close-knit vibe on and off the court
Absolutely.
really helps. So, job done, three from three. What's next for this team?
Well, I don't know. New Zealand men's and mixed, we've got a high performance program. I guess that what we'd like to see is our women join our high performance program. You see that we've got 5 franchise players, 4 franchise players and training partners. So I think our women have done exceptionally well. They've come into the fold. They love playing mixed. Some of them are new to it, but I think they're addicted. So we hope that we continue to entice our high performance women into New Zealand men's and mixed environment.
Yeah, I mean that would be great to see. I mean the calibre that we had from the women as well was outstanding and really great to see. So let's hope that comes to fruition.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Tanya. All the best.
Kia ora.
Cheers.
Thank
Kia ora.
you. Thank you.